All right, a pleasant good evening to you and yours, and welcome back to 8-Man Football Night here on the Brevard Sports Network. Myself, with a little bit of a set change and a wardrobe change. Now, we all miss Jeff DiPianta, but this wardrobe change or this set change isn't possible without Jeff, because you see, last year when we were covering all of the athletics down at Calvary Chapel, Jeff made sure we had this lovely helmet, and I've got me one of these great Calvary Chapel shirts. Also, a guy that took very good care of us last year is the head football coach for that program, and he enters his third season there as the man in charge, and he's doing a terrific job building this program. Please help me welcome here to Brevard Sports Network tonight, Mr. Terrance Carrol. And Coach, how are you, man?
All right, I'm doing pretty good.
All right, Coach, let's just get right to it. Last season, a 3-win year for you guys. But what I really liked about your football team last year was, first of all, I loved its heart. I loved the way they fought. And you know what? I watched these guys. I kind of like their camaraderie, too. Tell me a little bit about last year and what maybe you guys learned in just your second season.
Second season, we learned more about building,
Yeah?
learning the fundamentals of the game. A lot of the kids never played ball before,
Wow.
so much basics and learning.
You know, Coach, as I look at your squad last year, you know, you had some seniors on there, but you've also got some players, Coach, that are returning to you this year. Let's take a moment and go through some of the players that you're going to be counting on this year to help lead this football program to a winning season. Who are they?
We got Caleb Steiger. Once
Yep.
again, he's going to be a senior this year. Our quarterback, Isaiah Solis.
Okay.
I got a up-and-coming running back that came from Bayside, Tower Bowling. He's going to be nice.
Okay.
Yeah, we looking pretty good right now.
Now, Coach.
Everything look good.
Now, Coach, I know you. What part you run the offense, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Tell me a little bit about. Now, listen. You've been involved in coaching youth football for years. I mean, you've been involved in this community coaching for years, refereeing. You've done it all, Coach. Tell me a little bit about. And I asked Coach Handwork this. Tell me a little bit about the adjustment you had to make going from the 11-man game to the 8-man game.
The pace is 8-man is much more faster.
Yes.
The pace of the game, that's what I had to get used to.
And the hitting is harder, too, because the field's a little bit more wide open, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Talk a little bit about your coaching style. What do you need to change there? Is it a rhythm thing? Is it you obviously designed this thing for some more RPO? How do you have to just change your coaching style to fit the 8-man game?
It's more of a run-pass option.
Right.
You need your RPOs. That's what's going to win you over. That's what's going to do it for you.
Coach, as I look at your roster this year, like we were just discussing, your players that are returning, but you also got some new players. Are there any new guys that you're going to be counting on this year? Young guys?
Absolutely. There's some young guys, some freshmen coming in that I'm really going to be working. That's going to be on the field starting right away.
Got you.
I'm looking forward to it.
Coach, tell us who your coaches are. Tell us who helps you out there on the gridiron.
I got a great defensive line coach, Gary Scott.
Yep.
Amazing. And the things he's done with the offensive line is so amazing. It's like my line this year is going to be better than anything I've ever seen. It's like crazy of a year turnaround.
I love it. Yeah.
And then I have another coach, Coach Steve Craddock. He's my conditioning coach. Now I have a conditioning coach. So our workouts this summer was awesome. It was great. So the kids are feeling, they're loving it, and they're ready to play ball. So it's going to be good.
Coach, you know, the one thing I noticed about your team last year is you went 2-3 in district play. Now, you can go 3-7, but the games that matter the most are the ones in district play. How close do you feel like the program could be to maybe reaching that goal of hitting the SSAC postseason?
This year.
I love that answer.
This year.
What gives you that feeling, Coach?
Because now it's not about teaching the fundamentals of the game. Now it's just repetition. because now they understand the game. So now we get to move forward. So now we're just looking for consistency. So now we just going to move forward and build from that because now they have experience underneath their belt.
Now, are we still playing across the street where we were playing last year, Coach?
Yes, sir.
All right, I asked Coach Handwork this, and I'm going to ask you this question. Tell me what you like about playing in the Sunshine State Athletic Conference. 30 teams this year. This is a growing conference, Coach.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like about it because the president of the board, Mr. Gage Brown, he's a very good dude. Answer calls. He'll respond to questions you have and anything. He makes everything work wonderful. It's a beautiful program. I like it.
Yeah, no, and it's funny because Coach Handwork said the same thing. All right, listen, I'm you get this program into the playoffs this year, and I'm gonna start talking trash here on BSN because I'm gonna start getting this rivalry built up between you and Merritt Island Christian. How fun would it be to have a Friday night every year moving forward where Merritt Island Christian and Calvary Chapel is the big game in the county? That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Oh, that'd be lovely. That's a dream of mine.
Talk about that. Talk about that.
That's lovely, But first, I have to beat Merritt Island Christian to get the rivalry going. So,
I like it.
that's the first step.
Coach, for those that don't know you personally, tell us a little bit about your background here in Brevard County and what you've done. As I alluded to at the beginning, you've pretty much done it all. But tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
This is my 18th year ever coaching. I mostly youth. I started coaching in Hawaii when I was in the military. I coached over there. I got the opportunity to coach Tua Tagovailoa for a little while.
Oh, okay.
I started. So then I moved down to Florida and got with the Palm Bay Little League. I started coaching with them for a couple of years. Went to Bayside. Then I went to Melbourne Hurricanes. Then I got into officiating. And I always been doing flag. I did flag every year. So I love doing flag too. So in the midst of doing tackle, I also do flag constantly too, like throughout the year. So I'm always coaching. And I'm referee too. I also ref.
What was it like coaching Tua?
He was young. I
Yeah.
don't know if you remember me. He was young. He just started out. I coached him for 2 years.
Was he talented then like he is? Was he one of those kids where you just knew he had some special days ahead of him?
Yes.
Yeah. No hesitation. What do you like about, there's a lot, talking to Steve Muzzy a lot, president of the MCOA. We got the MCOA Hall of Fame coming up in a couple of weeks. What officials get abused a lot these days. What do you love about officiating?
I love it because even though this is my 18th year coaching, I really learned the game. So
Yeah.
now I know key points of what each rep is looking at. So you will never hear me hollering at a rep or screaming
Okay.
at a rep because I know the keys. I know what they're looking at and what they're observing. And it taught me the game a little bit more. So now I'm like looking at, hey, coach, he's holding right here because now I know the free blocking zone, the 4x2. I know a lot of stuff. I learned a lot. So now it elevated my game. So when I coach my kids, I'm able to coach them what to do.
Maybe I need to be a referee. You just said two things right there I got no idea about. Here with Terrance Carrol, the head football coach at Calvary Chapel. And, Coach, I'm going to give you the floor here because I had an opportunity last fall and part of the winter to spend some significant amount of time at Calvary Chapel. And like Merritt Island Christian, I absolutely love coming down there. I love the community. I love the people. I love the athletic programs and coaches. What makes Calvary Chapel so special, Coach Terrance?
Calvary Chapel is special because of the love and the way they embrace you and they treat you with love and grace. And it's a wonderful place to go in and the support that I have. It's amazing when I walk around the school and campus, the love that I get and the support I have for the football team and they're breaking that back to help me in any way they can, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, it really is. You really walk through those doors and you see even before you get like in the gym or wherever it is you're going, you see the kids playing in the hallways. I mean, it is. You're right. It is that family atmosphere. Couple of more here for head coach Terrance Carrol. Coach, you've been around this county a long, long time. As you look across Brevard County, we've got 18 teams that play high school football. 16 the 11-man, 2 the 8-man version. What would you say to a student athlete? What advice would you offer a student athlete who's thinking about playing the 8-man game but says, I won't get recruited if I play 8-man? What would you tell them? Because that's just not true.
That is not true. You will get recruited playing 8-man football. It's the same fundamentals, the same concept, the same rules. The only the only difference is the game's a little bit quicker. It's a little
Yeah,
bit quicker. You still play on a 100-yard field. I mean, it's a little bit shorter. Instead of 55 yards wide, it's only 40 yards wide. But
right.
it's the same thing. It's a beautiful sport and it's a beautiful thing. Football is football. And when you put your film in, your videos in, when the college coaches see that, they still going to recruit you for the position that you have.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's well said. You know, Coach Handwork had mentioned to me that he didn't like the decision at first of Merritt Island Christian to play the 8-man game, but you embraced it right from the beginning, correct? Tell me about, when you first found out you were going to be the head coach for an 8-man football team. Take me through that a little bit.
I was a I was actually amazed because actually before I took the head coaching job, I was coaching Calvary Chapel's flag football team. They
Uh-huh.
fifth, sixth grade and they seventh and eighth grade flag football team. And I was sitting out there one day. That was before Calvary even had a high school. And I was like, man, it'd be wild if they get a high school and have a football team. And I became the head coach. And God answered my prayers because that's exactly what happened. So like within
God,
like the next 2 years, that's what happened.
God heard you, Terrance. God heard you, and immediately you were the man. Finishing up here with Calvary Chapel head coach Terrance Carrol. Coaches, we look at your schedule. Obviously, aside from the game with Merritt Island Christian, who are the teams on your schedule this year that you got to go beat?
That I feel that I'm gonna
No,
my
no,
next
the teams that you look at and go, all right, this is a must-have. Who are those teams?
that would be Lake Mary Prep, Merritt Island Christian, and Masters.
All right, I got them. I'm gonna circle them right now on this, coaches. We get set to let you go here. I can't believe we've been doing this for almost 15 minutes already, Coach. If I said to you, I'm thinking about putting my child at Calvary Chapel, and I want to know why the athletics, the academics, the faith, the love, all of it is the right fit for my child, what would you tell me?
I tell you, I wouldn't send them no other place. If you want the love, the passion, and the people to care for your child and be in a safe environment where he gonna get everything or she gonna get everything they need, Calvary Chapel is the place to be.
Coach, I certainly appreciate your time. Good luck to you and your Eagles this year. We'll be down. We're going to stop down now at camp one of these days here in the next week and a half. You'll see us pop in. I'll text you, obviously, before we come, but we're definitely going to be swinging by to get some interviews with some of your players. We want to talk to them. And, Coach, we're going to let you go, but thank you so much, Coach, and you have a great evening.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, that's Coach Terrance Carrol of Calvary Chapel. And I tell you what, Coach, 8-man football is a ton of fun to cover. It's a ton of fun to watch. And both coaches are right. It's fast. It's fast-paced in terms of how hard the players hit. Let's take a minute here and talk a little bit about what we got coming up on Brevard Sports Network. I've already conducted in-studio interviews with the Satellite Scorpions, 3 members of the Satellite Scorpions volleyball team. I got Merritt Island Christian coming in tomorrow. We're going to continue our camp reports in both high school football. We'll break into the volleyball camps next week. And also, we continue with both high school and youth. So we'll be back up at Vieira tomorrow night as well. I'll be at Holy Trinity tomorrow morning at 8:30 with Coach Hurley Brown and some of his players. And then next week, man, we really run the gauntlet as the pads come on. The kickoff classics, what are they, 2 weeks from Friday, August the 18th, they begin. And, of course, we've got our 4 NFL Network style training camp days coming up. Heritage, Satellite, Coco, and MCC, the 4 that we'll do. So I want to thank Coach Terrance Carrol. And earlier, if you didn't get a chance to check out Coach Matt Handwork, be sure to do that as well. So that'll wrap it up here tonight for 8-man night on Brevard Sports Network. So you and yours have a great night, and we'll see you again real soon. It's getting close. Amp up, because we sure are. Have a great night, everybody.